Hello everybody and welcome back. As always, I am Mateo311 and this is your one channel for everything VR related. Today, we're checking out the highly anticipated Phantom Covert Ops. Now this is a first impressions and basic overview because I haven't had enough time to complete the game yet. I did experience it on both a Valve Index using Revive and an Oculus Rift S. So if you're not familiar with this title, Covert Ops is an Oculus exclusive, and just like many other Oculus exclusive titles such as Lone Echo, Defector, and Stormland, it's approaching AAA title level production value, but it's not quite there yet. In many ways, this game is your standard stealth-based covert operative, infiltrate the terrorist organization style of game. It does, however, bring a new twist in the form of a kayak. You and your special ops kayak are equipped with multiple tools, and you'll paddle along sneaking past enemies, avoiding spotlights, and occasionally taking out some high-value targets. While you can, and I really wanted to go in guns blazing many times, the game does really encourage and is intended for you to use stealth. It does create some pretty suspenseful moments, but on the easiest difficulty level, enemies are pretty dim-witted and you could sneak past them easily. Graphically, this is a really nice looking title, and I will say the game actually looks better on a Rift S than on a Valve Index using Revive. It's a very dark title and the Valve Index struggles with those deep black levels, so a little bit of the overall detail is lost, and I was able to appreciate the lighting and reflection details that much more on the Rift S. Now, other than the lack of black levels on the Valve Index, I found the Revive performance to be nearly perfect. I had no issues with the controls, and the game was not experiencing any performance issues. Now, I was testing the Valve Index using a 2080 Ti and the Rift S using a 1080 Ti, so this isn't ideal circumstances for tracking down performance issues, and your mileage may vary compared to mine. But the title's only recommending an Nvidia 1060 or above, so I'm expecting most players will be fine even using Revive. Let's jump into the overall gameplay a little bit, and if you are a fan of the stealth genre, this might be the VR title you've been waiting for. It's mechanically sound and satisfying, just barely sneaking past an enemy spotlight, shooting out a light and watching the enemy scramble, or just pulling off that beautifully silenced kill is what the stealth genre is all about, and this game nails it. I will, however, say though, I found constantly paddling just a bit annoying, and I struggled a bit to control the kayak when I was first learning the game. But my biggest complaint in regards to this title comes in the form of motion sickness. Now, before you guys start screaming at your screen that I have a weak stomach or I gotta get my VR legs, I have over 1,000 hours of in-VR game experience. I've been playing for 4 years, and the last time a VR game made me even remotely nauseous was over 3 years ago. Now, this was actually a concern that Road to VR brought up about a month ago. Now, this game has 2 options for when you need to make sharper turns, and it can be performed through smooth turning and a 15-degree snap turn. Now, knowing that smooth turning is the #1 cause of VR motion sickness, I enabled snap turning, but it's not a true snap turn. It still has some smoothing to it, and I just felt a slight build of discomfort over time, which eventually led to a quick departure from the game. Now, I did check to see if I was experiencing a performance issue, which led to this discomfort, but that was not the case, and I experienced this same sensation on both the Valve Index and the Rift S. I also tested smooth turning, which as expected made the issue that much worse. Currently, I can only experience this game in 45-minute intervals, and unfortunately, I might have to abandon this title. It's a shame because this is a high-quality title, it has some really cool cinematic moments, and it's the absolute best stealth title for VR right now. Now, if you can stomach it and stealth is up your alley, then this might be the game for you. There's also additional gameplay modes, such as free play, where you can replay a level at your leisure, and specific challenge modes, where you can really practice your skills. Overall, it's a solid title that myself and some other people might not be able to enjoy. And that was my first impressions of Phantom Covert Ops. I hope I answered any questions you may have, but if not, just leave them in the comments. I will get back to you. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Okay guys, I will see you on next time.